I really want to be able to say with St. Paul, it is no longer I who live, but Christ who lives in me. And this program has helped me to do that. Maybe not complete it to be perfect, but certainly grow closer to reality of that.
To discern a religious vocation and not enter into a convent. It was like this perfect kind of half step, like a step towards that life, a life of simplicity, a life of prayer, and a life of service that I was really desiring. The last door that was opened, being here at Atlantic City and just saying, hey, come to the missionary program, discern, see what the Lord desires to do in your heart, which has, in the Lord's generosity and providence, is exactly what I needed. So really it was just through my discernment and through the direction of the Holy Spirit, knowing that this is where my next best step was. So yeah, I ended up here.
We began the missionary program 6 years ago, soon after we moved to Atlantic City, because we saw the need to help young women grow in their relationship with Jesus and create a space for healthy discernment. Each aspect of the program, the strong prayer life, the intense fraternal life, generous service to the poor, formation in mature discipleship, all work together to strengthen her in her identity as beloved daughter and give her the space to ask, how is the Lord calling me to make a sincere gift to myself?
I think the greatest gift being here is having the Blessed Sacrament. I mean, to be able to live under the same roof with Jesus, to always have him dwelling in my dwelling place, to have him a part of even our ministry. I mean, to be able to serve the poor with Christ, like literally down the hallway, around the corner there. That is such a privilege, such a gift, such a treasure.
One of the apostolates that we help the sisters out with is called the Father Benedict House. We open up our own house for the poor of our neighborhood to serve them coffee and donuts and bagels. But more than anything, it's a ministry of a presence, to be there with them and to love them, to converse with them. We also have a clothing pantry to serve their material needs, while also keeping our chapel open for them to pray in, to light a candle, write an intention. It's a gift to be able to see these people twice a week, for each week that we're here serving. To get to know them and to hear their stories more is really a privilege and a gift, to be able to see Christ in the poor in this way and in this capacity.
From mid-December to mid-March, the sisters operate the St. Joseph's Winter Shelter. The shelter accommodates 32 guests overnight, Monday to Thursday, where they receive a hot meal for dinner and breakfast in the morning. This apostolate allows for relationships to develop in a very intentional way as the guests come night after night. As missionaries, we have the privilege to help with both the setup and intake at the shelter under the direction of the sisters and alongside a generous group of volunteers. The volunteers bring so much life and love into the running of the shelter and are a joy to work alongside. We hear time and time again from the guests what a blessing the shelter is during the coldest months of the year.
Very grateful, thankful for being here with so many fine people that are so giving and such great examples of Christ-like love. It's the best.
In addition to serving alongside the poor, we also help the sisters with their weekly youth group. It's a really beautiful part of the missionary program, where through Eucharistic devotion, music, and building relationships, I can really see the joy and the growth of our youth group in so many different ways. It's been such a gift for us missionaries to see their relationship with Jesus blossom and to watch them grow from a shy group towards greater enthusiasm and a deeper prayer life.
From our work with the poor to community life to prayer, life as a St. Michael missionary is all formative, helping us to grow as women of God and to set aside, a year of discernment and to do it together, knowing that I'm not alone on this journey. No matter where we all end up after this year, I know that for all of us, this time in Atlantic City with the CFR Sisters and with each other as missionary sisters has taught us about God's intense love and abundance of mercy for us, his children. This year was certainly God's plan for me, to guide me closer to Him on this pilgrimage to holiness, to heal me in my deepest wounds, and ultimately to conform me to Himself.
To be able to make this sincere gift, one needs a certain amount of interior freedom. And I'm seeing more and more that this missionary year is a great source of healing and freedom for the women who come. It frees them to be in a place where they can really discern.